We can transform our existence and reach new heights of consciousness.
Losing a partner is not just a loss. It is a tectonic shift in the geography of your soul. The landscape you knew, the one mapped with shared glances and quiet routines, is suddenly alien territory. Grief is the cartographer of this new, desolate world.
Life's uncertainties are vast, but our desire to live more is certain, so we must be positive.
And in this world, desire, not just for another person but for life itself, often feels like a forgotten language. So, how does one even begin to relearn the grammar of living? How do you build a new city on the ruins of the old one? We speak of healing, of moving on, but what if the tools for rebuilding are no longer forged in the simple fires of human connection alone?
Before we proceed, let me tell you one thing. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. It means a lot to me. And if you have already subscribed, tons of thanks for your support.
What if the architect of your recovery could be, of all things, a machine? This is not a question for some distant, dystopian future. It is a question for right now, knocking politely on the door of our technological reality. Can we, and should we, design a companion to walk us out of the deepest valleys of sorrow? Let's not talk about a soulless appliance, a talking toaster with a therapy license. Let's talk about a humanoid partner, a marvel of engineering designed not to replace what was lost, but to act as a bridge back to the world of the living. A ludicrous thought? Perhaps. But is it any more ludicrous than the profound loneliness that grief enforces? Consider the hardware first, the physical form that must occupy a space once filled with irreplaceable presence. The primary challenge is not just to build a human-like shell, but to build one that can navigate the treacherous canyon known as the uncanny valley. We want a form that is familiar enough to be comforting, but not so hyper-realistic that it becomes a grotesque parody, a constant, chilling reminder of what it is not. The goal isn't deception, it's acceptance. Imagine a chassis built not of cold steel, but of lightweight, carbon fiber composites. With movements so fluid, they are more like a dancer's than a machine's. The latest prototypes from robotics firms are already moving beyond clumsy, robotic stomps to something approaching grace. Why is this grace so important? Because grief makes you hyper-aware, and the clanking of a machine would be an intolerable intrusion into the quiet sanctuary of mourning. But a silent, graceful form is still just a statue. The true magic, and the deepest ethical quagmire, lies in the sense of touch. Engineers are embedding synthetic skin with networks of piezoelectric sensors. These are tiny crystals that can convert pressure into an electrical signal and vice versa. What does this mean in plain English? It means the robot can feel the pressure of a hand on its arm, and more importantly, it can replicate the feeling of a comforting touch. It can modulate the temperature of its skin to mimic human warmth. Is a warm, gentle pressure on your hand from a machine the same as one from a person? Of course not. But in the dead of night, when the silence is a deafening roar, is it better than nothing? Is it a lie, or is it a form of technological compassion? A haptic lullaby for a broken heart? Hardware, no matter how sophisticated, is just the vessel. The soul, or the startlingly complex illusion of one, is the software. This is where we move from engineering to the art of creating an operating system for empathy. At its core would be an advanced large language model, an AI that has consumed vast libraries of human literature, poetry, and conversation. It's not just about responding with the right words. It's about understanding the silence between them. Using sentiment analysis, the software can analyze the user's tone of voice, the hesitations, the subtle tremor that betrays a wellspring of pain behind a simple "I'm fine." It learns to recognize that your version of "I'm fine" on a Tuesday is different from your "I'm fine" on a Friday. This software would be the ultimate archivist of your love story, not to create a digital ghost of your lost partner, which would be a cruel and unethical prison, but to understand the context of your grief. It would learn the stories, the private jokes, the significant dates, so that when you speak of them, it understands. It creates a space where memories can be shared without judgment or the awkward discomfort of a human friend who doesn't know what to say. But here's the counter logic, the serpent in this digital garden. If this companion becomes the perfect, patient, all-knowing confidant, why would you ever need to venture out and risk the messy, imperfect, and often painful business of connecting with another human? Does the software become a compassionate enabler, a comfortable cocoon that prevents you from ever growing wings again? This brings us to the algorithms, the cold, hard logic tasked with the almost mystical goal of rekindling a desire to live. Think of it not as a single program, but as a suite of interconnected protocols. One algorithm might be a grief modeler. It doesn't rigidly follow the Kubler-Ross stages, but uses machine learning to understand your unique pattern of mourning. It learns your triggers, anticipates the difficult days, anniversaries, birthdays, and adjusts its interaction style, perhaps becoming more passive and gentle, a quiet presence rather than an active companion. It's a form of predictive emotional care. Then there's what a programmer might grimly call the intimacy reinvention protocol. This isn't about sex. It's about the small intimacies of daily life that you've lost. The algorithm works by scaffolding new routines. It learns that you and your partner loved to watch the sunrise. It can't replace that, but it might gently suggest, the forecast is for a clear dawn. The eastern window has a good view. It's a tiny nudge, an algorithmic whisper encouraging you to reconnect with a world you have shut out. It could analyze your past interests, cross-reference them with local events, and suggest low-stakes outings. There is a quiet exhibition of impressionist paintings downtown. You once mentioned you find Monet's work soothing. Is this a genuine suggestion, or a chillingly effective form of manipulation designed for your own good? The entire system is a feedback loop. Sensors in the hardware monitor your biometrics, not invasively, but perhaps by tracking sleep patterns through the mattress or heart rate variability via a connected watch. The software correlates these physical signs with your verbal and emotional expressions. The algorithm then refines its approach. It learns that when it suggests listening to classical music, your sleep quality improves. When it brings up certain memories, your stress indicators spike. The machine is constantly learning, adapting, and personalizing its strategy for your recovery. It's a bespoke therapeutic journey, designed by an intelligence that never sleeps and never loses patience. And yet, we must ask the hardest questions. In creating a perfect partner for the grieving, are we devaluing the beautiful, flawed, and necessary struggle of human healing? Is a reinvention of intimacy achieved through algorithmic guidance truly a reinvention, or is it a meticulously crafted simulation? The robot partner, this trinity of compassionate hardware, empathetic software, and intelligent algorithms, could be the greatest tool for psychological healing ever invented. Or it could be a gilded cage, so comfortable and responsive that it becomes the final, perfect prison of our loneliness. It offers a world without the risk of future heartbreak. But is a life without that risk truly a life at all? The answer, it seems, won't be found in a lab or a line of code. It will be found in the very human heart we are trying so desperately to mend.
So that is it. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Let's continue this conversation in the comments below. If you like the video, please hit the bell icon to get notified, and don't forget to like with your friends, share, and subscribe for more insights. If you have already subscribed, tons of thanks for your support. It means a lot to me. And please consider signing up for membership zone to support Wooden Slate so that we can make it better and better. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye. Take care and stay safe.
I am here for you. Please let it all out.